Here is something most MSMEs won't agree. 71% of MSMEs do not grow beyond the micro stage. Not because they lack ambition, not because they don't want to grow, not because they don't work hard, because they just work in the survival mode, running the business instead of growing it. I know this because I have been there. I have worked with hundreds of MSMEs like you who broke this ceiling. If you are making currently 50 lakhs or 5 crore per year, but you feel that your business isn't growing further and you have hit an invisible ceiling. If you are working 12 to 14 hours a day on a regular basis, but profits are not budging. If you have good products but do not have systemized way of reaching bigger customers, then about next half an hour will change the way you think for your business. Hi, I am Pankaj Chawla and I have spent last more than 2 decades working and breathing MSME growth. I started MSME strategy consultants after watching my uncle's textile business fading away despite giving it good 30 years dedicatedly for the growth. He had everything except one thing, that is the growth system. That failure is why I am here today. Today our firm works with hundreds of MSMEs every quarter. We have helped them add collectively over 120 crores in revenue. But more importantly, this is what matters. We have helped owners reclaim their lives, working for more than 15 hours a day to having time to spend with their families. Owners went from feeling underconfident for their business to bidding for enterprise clients by themselves. The framework which I am about to share is not theoretical. It is battle tested with real businesses in the real scenarios, with real constraints and real results. Let me talk about the hidden cost of stagnation. What stagnation actually costs you is not money. It is much beyond money. 2 years ago, I met someone, let's call him Rajesh, a brilliant leather goods manufacturer. His pieces were beautiful, craftsmanship that could compete globally. But Rajesh was stuck. He was competing on price with 500 other manufacturers. His profit margins had dropped down to mere 8%. He was doing everything himself, right from production to customer calls, marketing and accounting. His kids barely saw him. His spouse handled business finances while he was on the factory floor. Rajesh's story is not unique. It is story of 47 million MSME entrepreneurs in India. Rajesh was working twice hard for a half of the growth. Every 1 rupee earned came with the cost of 2 hours of his family time. And after 10 years, his business felt like a cage. He was burned out and growth had stalled completely. And here is what shocked him the most. He did not had to work hard all the years that he has put in the business. He just needed to work differently. Most MSME owners work in one of these 3 modes. Mode number 1, the firefighter. So you are so deep in the operations that you cannot see the entire forest. Problems keep appearing and you keep on reacting to them. Mode 2, the bottleneck. Everything goes through you. Your business cannot grow beyond your personal capacity. You have yourself become the ceiling. Mode 3, the lost sailor. You are busy but directionless. You don't know which market to target, which product to push, or inefficiencies which are actually costing you money. Sounds familiar? The research is clear. 87% of MSME growth stagnation is self-inflicted, not market-inflicted, and not competition-inflicted. Self-inflicted because owners are busy in business operations and not strategic thinking. Now let me introduce you to one of my clients. Let's call her Neha. She runs a retail business of selling women apparels and accessories. On paper, everything looked good. She had a storefront in a decent location, loyal customers who had been coming for years, and a product quality that was genuinely better than competitors. But here's what was not on paper. Neha was drowning. She'd wake up 5 a.m. to check inventory. By noon, she had handled 3 customer complaints, discovered a supplier had delivered wrong stock, and she had realized that she had forgotten to pay 2 bills. By 6 p.m., after closing the store, she'd spend another 2 hours closing the accounts and placing orders for the next day. More importantly, her words to me were, "I am not running a business. I am managing a prison sentence." She was working 15 hours a day, but her business revenue was flat for last 24 months. Not declining, flat. Which is almost worse because she has been putting a lot more in the business, but for zero growth. What was killing her business? 3 things. Number 1, no customer clarity. Neha thought her customer was any woman from the age of 20 to 50. That is not the customer, that's entire market, which is everyone. She wasn't targeting anyone, so she was reaching no one. She spent money on random Facebook ad, hoping something will work, but it did not. Second, operational chaos. Her inventory was all over the place. She would order too much of a slow moving stock, but always run out of the best sellers. Her staff, 2 part-timers, had no training at all. Customer service was inconsistent. Returns were happening because customers were not sure of what they are buying. Third, financial blindness. Neha had no idea what products made her the real profit. She assumed all sales were equal. She did not know her cost of acquisition. She did not track the cash flow. She was managing numbers with no visibility at all. But here is the most important part of Neha's story, which most entrepreneurs miss. She did not fail strategically. She failed emotionally. She created this business to bring freedom to herself. But she created a business which had actually owned her. She stopped attending to her college reunions. She missed her daughter's school play twice. When her husband suggested a vacation, she said, "How can I? The store cannot run without me." That is the real cost of stagnation. It is not just the lost revenue, it is the lost life. This is where Neha's story could have ended. Another burned out MSME owner telling himself that business owned me and business runs me. But it did not. And here is the real transformation. When Neha came to us, we did not fix her strategy first. We fixed the mindset with which to look at the business. We said, "Neha, you are not broken, your business is." And we gave her permission to think differently. In first couple of weeks, we looked at market targeting. We started by asking one question: who are your best customers? Neha pulled her sales data and we mapped it. We found something very interesting. 40% of her revenue came from women aged from 28 to 38 years who worked in corporate offices and had disposable income. They bought premium items, they paid on time, they returned less often, and they referred friends. That became her target. Now what changed? Facebook ads now spoke directly to the working women, not women aged from 20 to 50. Her inventory buying changed. Now she did not buy everything. She stocked only things which this segment had bought. The store design shifted. Layouts now had new office wear area designated and prominently featured. Next, the pricing also changed. She did not now focus on discounting the products, and she positioned this as premium for the segment. The result in month 2, the store footfall did not increase, but revenue per customer jumped by 23%. Next, we tackled the operational mess by having Neha implement 3 systems. Number 1, inventory system. We put in a simple spreadsheet made system because Neha did not require an expensive software. That spreadsheet based system tracked stock levels on a daily basis. Within 1 week, she knew what items were actually slow moving. Second, staff training. Neha created 1-pager customer playbook, how to greet the customer, how to handle customer complaints, and how to upsell. Took her 2 hours to create and 30 minutes for her staff to get trained on it. Third, daily huddle. Every morning, 10 minutes, Neha and her team reviewed yesterday's sales, today's focus, and any issues. Just 3 things at a time. That is it. Result in month 3, her staff could run the store without she being present in the store. For the first time in 5 years, Neha took a Saturday off. Then came the financial discipline. We showed Neha a simple dashboard. Daily cash flow, how much money comes in and how much money goes out. Product profitability, meaning which item gave you the most profit, not the items which just sold more. Customer acquisition cost. So now she clearly knows how much money she is spending for one customer to come into her. And fourth was a repeat purchase rate. Now she exactly knows how many customers are coming back again to buy the product from her. She had never tracked any of them before. When Neha saw that her best selling item was a low cost dupatta, was her lowest margin product, and she was spending rupee 400 per customer for a 600 rupee sale, she made some hard decisions. She stopped chasing volume sales. She started chasing the high margin ones, which were more profitable. That single shift changed the game for her. And the result in month 6 was the revenue was up by 18%. Her thinnest profit margin of 8% now grew up to 17.5%. Month 9, she hired a third part-timer and opened a second small store at a smaller location. Month 12, revenue up 40%, profits up 55%, operational cost down by 12%, that is despite opening a new store. And Neha, she was working 8 hours instead of 15. She attended her daughter's school play. She took a family vacation, first time in many years. And my dear friends, that's not luck. That is not magic. That is system applied consistently in your business. What you just went through, my dear friends, is journey of Neha, and that is 4-pillar framework in action. Let me break it down for you. Every MSME exists at the intersection of these 4 pillars. Fix any one of them and you'll see the improvement. Fix all 4 strategically, you'll see exponential growth in your business. Pillar number 1 is market expansion. Focus on understanding and growing your customer base beyond your current reach. The big shift. Stop thinking I want to sell to everyone in my area. Start thinking I serve this customer segment better than anyone else. So the key actions are customer segmentation. Identify your most profitable customer type, like Neha did, that a woman between the age of 28 to 38 working in the corporate. Second, new channel strategy. If you're only offline, try online. If you're only B2C, explore B2B. If you're local, explore nearby cities. Number 3, strategic partnerships. Find businesses that serve your target customer and partnership, not compete with them. Let us take Ravi's example for his manufacturing unit. Ravi made leather components. He had been selling this to local traders for a very thin margin for last 12 years. We identified that his manufacturing quality actually suited medium-sized apparel manufacturers. He did not need to reach more customers. He actually needed to reach the right ones. In month 1, he contacted 15 apparel manufacturers by cold outreach. 3 showed interest. By month 6, 2 became his customers with a greater margin that he was getting by selling it to local traders. That gave him a 40% profitability boost. Now this is the one pillar impact. Ravi had done only one pillar and his revenue could grow. This is without the focus on efficiency and profits for now. Let's look at the second pillar, and that is operational efficiency. Focus should be on streamlining processes so that your business is not dependent on your continuous presence in office. And the shift is stop being indispensable. Start being unnecessary in office. And how could you do it? What actions could you take? Number 1, start documenting. Write down your top 5 processes: ordering, customer onboarding, complaint handling, billing, and delivery. Second, automate wherever it is possible. Not softwares necessarily. Neha used a spreadsheet. Ravi used WhatsApp group calls instead of individual calls. Third is the quality control system. Define standards for every crucial output so that your team can deliver that consistently. And the real example was Neha's store. Neha did everything herself and staff just followed her instructions. And after, when Neha created the playbook, staff could handle 80% of the daily operations. Neha handled only the exceptions. And the result was business could survive while Neha was taking the day off. And this is the one pillar impact. If Neha had done only the operational efficiency, her stress would have dropped drastically and her team would improve. But that may not mean that her revenue would have also improved. Pillar 3 is financial management, and the focus is on understanding the impact of cash flows and making smarter financial decisions. And the mindset shift is to stop hoping for profit to happen. Start doing it by precision. What are the key actions that you should take? Number 1, daily cash flows. Start tracking how much money came in yesterday, how much went out yesterday, what is the buffer that you have. Second, product or service profitability. Which of your offering makes you the most money, not which sells the most, the one which makes you the most profit. Third, supplier negotiations. With cash flow clarity, you can negotiate better payment terms with suppliers. Fourth, strategic investment. Once you know your real margins, you can focus on investing in your business in an informed manner without risking the business itself. We saw Ravi's profit margin increasing when he looked at his customer segments differently between a local trader and an apparel manufacturer. Pillar number 4, innovation and adaptability. And the focus here is to stay relevant as the market evolves. The big shift is to stop assuming what customers want. Start asking them and testing small. Here you could have 3 critical action items. Number 1, customer feedback loops. Monthly, ask customers what problems they face while using your products or service. Second, test small, scale fast. New product idea? Do not invest 5 lakhs first. Start with a 50,000 investment to experiment. Number 3, technology adoption. Your customers are buying online. Your competitors are going digital. You cannot still remain offline. And you cannot ignore this. In the month 6, Neha did the same thing. Neha's customers mentioned that they wished Neha could sell handbags or work bags to match the apparel. She could have ignored this. Instead, she sourced 20 bags and tested them as an add-on category. Month 2 of selling bags, 8% of the customers bought one from her. Most bought bag with an apparel item. Average transaction value was up by 32%. By month 6, bags were 15% of her revenue. She never would have known this without asking. I have given this framework in the form of table on your screen. You may take a screenshot of this and keep it with you. But just note, these 4 pillars are not sequential, they are simultaneous. But you need to prioritize this basis the bottlenecks in your business. This can be done simply by asking yourself, where is my business falling the most? If the answer is, customers do not know me much, then start with market expansion. If it is, I can scale my business, but I'm doing everything myself, then start with operational efficiency. If it is, I don't know whether I'm profitable or not, then start with financial management. And if the answer is that my competitors are far ahead of me, then start with technology and adoption. By my experience, I know most of you will start with financial management, then operational efficiency, then market expansion, and then to technology and adoption. But test it for yourself by asking that important question. Now I know what you are thinking because I've heard it more than 200 times. Pankaj, that sounds good, but I do not have time for all this. I am barely managing my day to day. But the truth is, if you don't do this, then every month you spend same amount of time doing something which is not productive, something which does not set you free. You have already seen this in example of Neha and Ravi both. Or the second thing you could be thinking is, I cannot afford an expensive software or a consultant for that matter. But neither Neha or Ravi could. They did it simply by taking ownership of improving the way they work by doing small changes themselves. And you can do that too. Use Google Sheets or WhatsApp groups, whatever works well for you. The third point could be, I have tried this in my business, but it does not work. The real question back to you here is that, have you tried the right framework or not? Did you do it consistently or not? Did you have someone holding you accountable? Businesses, projects, initiatives fail mostly because of poor execution, not because of the intent. And the last objection could be that my business is different. This does not work for me. Maybe yes, but help me answer this. Do you have customers? Do you have operations? Do you have finances? Do you compete with others? If the answer to these questions is yes, then this framework will fit you. The details will change, the principles will still remain the same. Like we saw an example of Ravi for manufacturing and Neha for retail. The framework works for both in their different industries. Here is exactly what I want you to do after this video ends. Pick your starting pillar. Do not try to fix all four at once. Whatever is your biggest pain right now is your first pillar. What could change if you fix this pillar is your motivation to ensure that you work and execute regularly, consistently on this pillar. Second is to start with a 30-day roadmap and make this plan for 30 days to work on that one pillar itself. And step number 3 is to share this video with fellow MSME owners who you know are struggling with either of the 4 problems in their business. If this resonated with you, it will resonate with others as well. So it is important to share it. In the comment below, write what is your starting pillar and also tag a fellow MSME who's struck. Let me now give you this one final thought. MSME growth is not complicated. It is just uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to admit that your business has structural problems. It is uncomfortable to systemize what you have been doing intuitively. It is also uncomfortable to delegate something you were hero at for last so many years. It is also uncomfortable to take hard financial decisions about which customers to say no to. But here is what which is most uncomfortable, and that is staying where you are. If Neha and Ravi could do it, then you also can do it. Now what to do next? Like the video if the growth matters to you. Subscribe to the channel Pankaj Strategy Talks so that you do not miss the important videos that we post for MSME growth. And comment below what has been your first pillar to focus on.